Hello everyone, welcome to the .NET Office. In this video we will discuss why linked list we use in C# and we will see what is the difference between the linked list versus array. Like generally when we start working with the loop kind of the things, then we prefer the linked list than the array, because this linked list give us some advantage over the array, and array is having some kind of the limitations. That's why linked list is more beneficiary and good than the array. So let's discuss what is the difference between the linked list and the array in C#. So when we talk about the storage of the data into the linked list or the array, so basically both type of the array and the linked list contain the linear data of the same data type, but this array has some limitations. If we will talk about as we discussed in the previous video, the size is basically when we define the array, we have to give the size of the array, but in the case of the linked list we no need to define the size of the array. And there are some other advantage the linked list has than the array. If we talk about the insertion or the deletion in the linked list, is very easy, but when we try to delete anything into the array, it is very difficult, because suppose in the array if I want to delete a data of index 3, then what we have to do, we have to arrange the array according to that one. So it's very difficult into the array. But in the list, we know linked list, we know every data is having the reference of the other node. So basically here deletion is very easy. Here we no need to manage the linked list. And linked list support the sequential access, which means to access any element or node in the linked list, we have the sequentially traverse the complete linked list up to the element. So that is in the sequential way we can get the data. But in array it is easy to access the data. Why? Because based on the index we can get the data. That's why in the linked list the complexity is O(n), and in the array the complexity is O(1). And the next difference between the linked list and the array is, in the linked list new element can be stored anywhere in the memory, but in the array element are stored on the contiguous memory location or consecutive manner in the memory. We know in the array when we define any data, we have to define on the index 1 2 3 4 like this, but in the linked list we have the reference of the next node. That's why the data is stored anywhere in the memory. And memory allocation in the linked list is basically a runtime. When we add any data, we add it at the runtime. That's why it is known as dynamic memory allocation. But in the case of the array, it is a compile time. It is also known as the static memory allocation. In the linked list, can be a singly linked list, doubly linked list, or circular linked list. We will talk about these type of the list in the coming videos. And in the array when we go, so we have the single dimensional, two dimensional, and the multi-dimensional array. In the array, what we do basically, in the array we have the memory allocated in the stack section, whereas in the linked list we have the memory into the heap section. So here we can see I have written under the linked list about the array. So basically what I'm trying to say is in the array memory allocate into the stack, and in the linked list the memory is stored into the heap section. So these are the some difference between the linked list and the array, and because of these reasons linked list is much better than the array. So that's it for this video. Thank you.